Okay, come on. Let's see if I can. Oh, I hate doing thumbnails because I can never pick up these books. Oh, these books, they're collapsing. This is going to be a big reading vlog. Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my new video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Amy. So today, as you guys could probably guess from the title and the thumbnail, I will be doing my August TBR. I am so excited for the month of August. I have all the books I want to read in the month of August and I am super excited. Following on from last month, I read a lot of books. But see, most of the books I read was on my Kindle. So this month is really much getting my physical TBR done. I have a few books that I want to read on my Kindle, but apart from that, that is actually all of them. I'm not going to be getting new books and adding them onto my TBR because my Kindle is my lifeline, and recently TikTok, all my For You page is people recommending books and Kindle Unlimited books, so I've literally just been adding them and that's like the first thing I go to watch rather than actually reading my physical TBR that I already have. I decided, I'm like, no, let me just go read a new book. So I'm trying not to do that this month. So I just picked out a few books. I have some books from my July reads and I have some new ones. For this month, in total, I have around 11 books that I want to read. I have different things. I have some romance, I have some crime or like thriller, I have some fantasy in here. Some of the books you'll probably recognise from like my other months. I still have books that I had in my February TBR that I still need to read, so I have added it into this collection. But some of these books are continuing from the series that I started last month. But yeah, I'm really excited to crack on with these books. The last book I have for August is King of Pride by Anna Hugh. I absolutely love this author so much. If you guys know, I have read the Twisted series from her and those were my first like introduction into reading again of like physical books, and her writing style is just so, I just love her writing style really. And this is part of a series as well, Kings of Sin series, so there's going to be different books and they're all like based on the different sins. So she only has 3 out at the moment. I still haven't gotten the 3rd book yet, but I have read the 1st book, which is King of Wrath. I really loved it. That was Dante and I can't even know if it's Valentina or something like that, I can't remember. And in that book we met Kai, and Kai is a Asian billionaire, so I'm excited to see his story now. So his is called King of Pride, like sunshine versus grumpy kind of trope. So I'm super excited to read that one, and I can't wait to pick up King of Greed. I think that's the next one and it's gold. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this in August. And the next book I'm going to read is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This book I'm really excited to read just because Happy Place is one of my favourite books of 2023, and I really wanted to delve even more into her books and how she writes, because her writing style was just amazing. I find all the characters that she creates are so realistic and so well-rounded and so complex that they're just really enjoyable. There were some characters that I didn't like, and there's characters that I did like, or there's characters that I didn't like initially and there's characters that I did like afterwards, that type of stuff. And it just shows how relationships might work on the outside and in real life, especially as adults. So I have Book Lovers. Book Lovers just says, one summer, 2 rivals, a plot twist they never say coming. One thing that really attracted me to this book, apart from like Emily Henry herself, is the fact that both of these characters are like writers. I think that's really cool. I've never really seen that in books before. As obviously you read books, but a lot of the characters don't really have an interest in literacy and reading, but it's really refreshing. And I've seen a lot of people boast about these books as well as Beach Read. I also have that on my TBR, but I'm really excited to read it. It has definitely been on my anticipated read, and as soon as I saw it in Waterstones, I knew that I had to get it. So that is the 2nd book that I want to read in August. So the next book I want to read in August is Throttled by Lauren Asher. Again, she is another author that I absolutely adore, and I have read her other series. So it's part of the Dirty Air series. There are 4 books. Each book focuses on a different couple. So this one is got a kind of sports trope in it as well, but it is racing, which is quite interesting. And then it also has like brother's friend. Not really best friend, but like they work together and they're both teammates, so it's kind of brother's best friend. So it features Myra and Noah. It's definitely like grumpy sunshine kind of trope I'm feeling. She kind of typical romantic. She wants that happy ending and she meets a guy that's totally opposite. Hopefully this book is exciting. I feel like this book can make me feel like a giddy reading it, and I'm really excited to read it and tackle a new series from Leroy Asher. So the next book I want to read in August is a not so meet cute. I've only been introduced to Megan Quinn this year. I read her book called The Locker Room, which I really loved. I also have that in physical copy. I thought it was time to start reading some of her other books. A lot of these books on my TBR are books that I've gotten from other series or from like the same author. This one is a fake dating trope, but this one just says here, how did you two meet? It's a question I dread, because my meet cute, well not so meet cute, was unexpected to say the least. I was in Beverly Hills searching for someone to take me as their bride. You know, as you do. He was striding around the block, mumbling about a business deal gone wrong. Then when we bumped into each other and there were no sparks, not even a hint of blossoming love. But the next thing I knew, he convinced me to pretend to be his girlfriend so he could get a deal back on track. Suddenly I find myself living in a mansion, enjoying spunky business lunches and pretending we're head over heels. My big mistake, though big, huge, I might accidentally be falling for Huxley Kane. Again, I'm excited to read this book because I really love fake dating. I don't know why. I really like it because I like seeing the tension between the two characters where you can clearly tell they're starting to fall for each other. It feels like it's going to be like a bit comedic in my eyes. I don't know why. I feel like it's going to be a bit comedic. It's maybe going to make me laugh. Hopefully it makes me laugh because I need a good book that makes me laugh. And that's how you know that I like a good book as well. It makes me laugh, cry, blush, like you know that it's doing all the right things. And I'm hoping this book is one of them. And I decided to pick this up because everyone that I've seen reviews on have said that it's a really good book, especially on TikTok. The next book I want to read in August is The Other Black Girl by Sakia Dalia Harris. I have been waiting to read this book for ages. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know this has been in my monthly TBRs pretty much every single month. I was like, no, this month I am going to read it. Even if it's the first book that I read this month, I am going to read this book. So expect it in my August wrap up. Yeah, I'm saying it here live on camera that this is going to be my wrap up because I'm going to read it and I'm going to enjoy it. So the next book I'm going to read is The Cruel Prince by Sophie Lark. This is a mafia romance, I believe, and a dark romance. So I'm obsessed with dark romance. I read so much dark romance last month and I'm really interested in getting into it. I don't know why. That's like my opposite end. I love cutesy romances, but I also love like dark, like really dark romances. This is obviously a fake marriage. It is enemies to lovers. It is a mafia romance. And it is a romance, it seems, that both the protagonists are headstrong. Same with Ada. Like, I love a strong, confident protagonist. And she's not going to make it easy for them, let alone a guy that she doesn't actually want to be married to. So I'm excited to see that. And again, it's got a fake marriage, which I'm obsessed with. So the next book I want to read in August is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. So this book, she girthy. She is a thick girl. So this is the second book in the ACOTAR series. So last month I read A Court of Thorns and Roses and I really enjoyed it, and I decided it was time to read the next book in the series because, as I said, I don't like leaving series for too long. I do like to read them as frequently as I can. So my TBR is quite long already, so adding this in, this is going to take me a good few days. In the first book we met Fair, and let's just say I fell in love with her. She is amazing and I can't wait to see her story that ends with a little twist. I'm not going to tell you guys because I was saying spoilers, but if you haven't read the books, go and read them. And again, they're just refreshing. Like, fantasy is like so refreshing to me. Don't know why I haven't given it more of my time. So if anyone else has more fantasy recs, definitely let me know. On my Goodreads, I have so many books that I want to read. I think I have about 300 books that I want to read and I'm still finding more. So if anyone has any recommendations, just keep adding them to me. Keep telling me in the comments so I can add them to my Goodreads, and also check my Goodreads out to see what I'm reading at that time. So the next book is Honey and Spice. This one is a black romance. I'm so excited to read this one. I was supposed to read this on holiday, but I didn't get a chance to, and since then it's just been wallowing away on my bookshelf. So I decided it was time to start reading it. I'm really excited for this one because this is actually the first proper black romance that I will be reading where both the protagonists are black. So I'm super excited for it, and I have high expectations for this book. This one is a college romance. It's like popular guy sort of thing, and it's also another very strong lead in this. And again, it says it's a close proximity kind of thing, fake relationship. Again, sold. Really excited to read this and get more into my black romance and black authors in general. So if anyone knows any, again, that I would be interested in, let me know, because on this channel we are inclusive of every author. Reading doesn't mean you just read by white authors, it means you read a range of authors. So I am so excited to read this book. So the next book I want to read is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I've been waiting to read this book again for ages. It's been another one of my anticipated reads. It's actually one of the first series that I bought. I bought it when I was at university, and I haven't actually begun reading it yet, so I'm excited. Again, this is another fantasy, so everyone has talked about this as well a lot, so I'm really excited to read this. So this again is part of a series. This is part of the Fork of Air series. There are 3 books. There is The Wicked King, The Queen of Nothing, and obviously this book. One again has like fairy kind of world, so it's kind of the same like thing, but I do want to read some more like fantasy books where it doesn't relate to like or just fairies. I want to read some where it's like witches or like dragons or like other animals. I don't know, but I don't know what I want to do, but I just want to read more fantasy. I've said that about 100 times in this video, but I don't care. So the next book I want to read in August is By the Thread by Lucy Score. Lucy Score is another author that I read before. I really like her writing style. So one of my favourite YouTubers called Sarah Crowley, like she talks about this book so much, and in her collab with Destiny and Haley, this is one of the books that she got them to read, so I decided to get my hands on it, and I didn't know that it was this girthy. This has been my TBR for a while now, and it was time to start reading it. I definitely want to read a Grumpy Boss series, and this book is the perfect one. So this one features Dominic and Ali. Definitely gonna be a book where the boy falls first and he's gonna do some growth in. Also, it is a Grumpy Boss romance, and I'm excited for that because I haven't really read an office romance in a while, so I'm excited to read that. Again, this is another character who's very headstrong. I feel like she's gonna have some funny lines in this book and be very relatable. And also Dominic, a lot of what I've read in here, it's like, Dominic, are you sure you're just doing it to get rid of her, or you're doing it because you actually care for her? I'm thinking this book might be a bit too long. I'm hoping that it actually works. The only thing I have a doubt with in this book is that it might be too long. For what I've read and what I'm reading, I don't feel like these many pages is needed. I don't know. But I'm excited to read it. It's got a cute cover as well, and it does say it's a comedy on there, so hopefully it's funny. If it doesn't make me laugh, then it's not a romantic comedy, is it? At least in my eyes. But yeah, it's a cute cover. I'm excited to read about Dominic and Ali. So the last book on my August TBR is The Mistake. This is part of a series called The Off Campus by Elle Kennedy. I read The Deal not last month, the month before. I'm so excited to read another university hockey romance because I don't think I have many sport romance this month. Last month I had quite a few that I read, but this month I don't have that much. But it's a typical player who thinks he can get away with mistreating girls and women, and she's like, no, honey, I'm not gonna let you do that, and she's gonna push his button. So I'm excited to read that, and I'm excited to see how Garrett and Hannah are involved in this, because obviously this series has 5 books altogether, and each of them focus on a different couple. Each of the male protagonists is from the hockey team, so this is why like all the characters are kind of intertwined together. But I'm really excited. I really like that when it's not just like 2 characters and you don't meet their like friends surrounding them, that their friends and family don't really have much to say. Yeah, that is the last book on my TBR. So I have a range of books to read this month. I'm so excited to read this month. I feel like it's gonna be a good reading month, and I don't go back to work till next month, so that means all of August is just gonna be me reading. I think I might even start a book today, But it has been super fun reading and making YouTube videos. I've just been enjoying it so much. I can't believe I only started 5 months ago, and it feels like I've been doing it forever. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and a subscribe, and also comment down below. I'm so excited to see what August brings me, just in general, not just reading but also my content, my followers and my personal life. But as I always say, I will love you and leave you now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys.
Everything goes white. I can feel the breeze.